Hello everyone! Disclaimer: if there is anyone in this channel who doesn't drink water, please stop watching this video. Everybody else, welcome! So ask yourself, how much do I know about water? About the product that I use every day, the product that is extremely essential for maintaining your life. As you probably know, 75% of our body consists of water and our brain consists of water by 90%. So it is extremely important to educate yourself about this amazing product that is still, by the way, under-researched, and there's so many things the scientists continue to discover about a simple, at the first sight, product without which the life cannot exist. I want to present you Enagic company, which from 1974 is manufacturing patented certified medical devices for producing alkaline microclustered ionized water named Kangen. Kangen is a patented name which in Japanese means return to origin. So for sure you all know about miracle sources of water. You've heard about them, or you even tried the water from one of that source. The most famous one from those around the world is Tlacote in Mexico, Lourdes in France, Nordenau, Germany, and many more, including Zamzam water, which is just our neighbor. The source is located in Saudi Arabia, and Enagic has opened office here back in 2017. So how it all began, a little bit of history. Back in the 50s, a group of scientists decided to make a research and find out what makes this water from the miracle sources so special. Why when pilgrims go collect the water, drink it, they feel the pain goes away, the chronic diseases go away. Basically miracles happen. There were cases when people were standing up from a wheelchair. So definitely there is something about this water that is different from everything else what we drink every day, and that makes this water unique. So they took samples from all miracle sources of water around the world, and they found out that the main component which is present in all these water samples is active hydrogen. So Enagic came up with the technology back in the 70s. So they created a machine. The first machines were created for Japanese hospitals that can produce water with the same properties as the water from the miracle sources. And it has three amazing properties. Those properties are antioxidation, alkalinization, and microclustering. Let's go through them step by step. The prefix anti means something that prevents oxidation. So we need to understand what oxidation is. Another term for oxidation is rusting, or also we can say aging. You cut the apple, we leave it for a few minutes and it starts changing its color. This happens because of free radicals, which we are exposed to every second of our lives. So living tissue plus oxidation means sickness. To stop this process, we need to neutralize oxidation. To neutralize oxidation, we need antioxidants. The most famous antioxidants are vitamin C, green tea, cod liver oil, omega-3, and so on. But ask yourself how much of these products we can take daily. And by the way, excessive amount of this or that product is not beneficial for us. But how much water do we drink? At least 2 liters a day. This is your daily norm. That's why it's very important that your water is the right water, that it's live and it contains antioxidants. The oxidation process happens not only to our cells, but also to water. That's why you cannot just take water from the miracle source, bottle it up, and it will stay fresh and it will still have all the benefits that are in the source. The water, once it's bottled up, after a couple of days, it becomes oxidized, dead, and acidic. But however, we cannot see because water doesn't change color, smell, or taste, right? So how can we know which water is fresh and which is not? So I will demonstrate you how fresh the water is from the samples that I have here. This is the water brands that you can find in any local supermarket. I got some expensive ones like the one from Turkey. It's supposed to be a spring water, natural mineral water, not carbonated, and a very famous San Pellegrino from 1899 is produced and travels to us from Italy. We have fizzy drink, which is represented by Sprite, and we have our Kangen water, freshly collected from the Kangen machine that I have at home. I'm going to use a device called ORP meter. So when you look at the device and if you don't see minus, it means the water is oxidized, and the higher the reading is, the more old and oxidized and dead the water is. Vice versa, if you see the minus and the higher the reading is, the more water is electrolyzed, ionized, and the more antioxidants it contains, the more life the water is and the more beneficial for us, and the more it contributes into anti-aging. So let's start from our Turkish brand, Hamidiye. Almost 450. Next sample, local Masafi brand. So pretty much the same. Next one, what is this? Alpine. Oh yeah, that guy says that he's alkaline. So 8.5 pH is supposed to be. Okay, but we will come to this. So right now, when we're going to check the acidity. So right now we're checking the ORP, oxidation reduction potential, not to confuse you. So 350. Now we have San Pellegrino, 480. Sprite, extremely oxidized, 570. Moving towards 600. And here we have our Kangen water, minus 700, over minus 700. Next property we're going to talk about is alkalinization, or pH balance of the water. If you remember from the school chemistry classes, pH is measured from 0 to 15, 7 is neutral, below 7 is acidic, whatever is above 7 is alkaline. So whatever is acidic contributes into sickness and death, whatever is alkaline contributes into health. What the pH level of our cells and our body in general is very important. For example, pH of our blood is 7.380. It means our blood is slightly alkaline. However, the foods and the drinks that we eat and drink, it increases our acidity level. That's why this environment becomes very favorable for bacteria, viruses, and diseases to spread. It affects our immune system and our ability to fight and resist the diseases. And this liquid pH tester, I'm going to put a drop into every sample and it will change the color. And we can see, compare it with the chart and see the pH level of each water sample. Sample number 1. Hamidiye. It is alkaline, by the way. So if you see a green color similar to this one, it means the pH level is neutral. So normal bottled water is supposed to be neutral, but this one is more than 7, as you can see. It turned turquoise, my favorite color. Next sample, Masafi, this is local brand. Well, this is kind of neutral, you can say neutral. pH is around 7. Okay, there we go. This water contains artificial minerals. The only way to increase the pH of the water to add artificial minerals, so they don't use the technology like Kangen machine. And this is very harmful for your kidney. It forms the kidney stones. San Pellegrino, extremely acidic. Almost the same situation we have here. Of course, worse because it's sugar drink. And last sample, royal purple Kangen water, similar to our bottle color, and this water pH is 9.5. Let's say you decided to change your water, change your life, and start drinking Kangen water every day. This is immediately what happens to your body. can do the same test with the same each sample. It behaves weird. Look at this one, nothing happens. Look at this one. Nothing happens because it's so acidic. We need 36 glasses of Kangen water just to bring 1 glass of soda to neutral. And let's say you're drinking Kangen water every day, and once you decided, you know what? Once you went to the restaurant and decided to have a sip of your favorite soda, look at what happens. Immediately it becomes acidic. And by the way, this guy is already diluted. So I repeat again, each level of your body is extremely important, and that was proven by Dr. Oppenberg, who in 1931 got a Nobel Prize for his discovery of 2 main causes of cancer, which are acidosis, which is acidic state of your body, and hypoxia, which is lack of oxygen. So deprive any living tissue of oxygen and increase its acidity level, and it may become cancerous. As you probably know, we all have cancerous cells in our body. Cancer will only develop in the acidic environment. That's why it's extremely important to maintain your body alkaline. Next property, and this is my favorite by the way, is called microclustering. I'm sure all of you noticed that when you're thirsty and you grab a bottle of water, you start drinking, and you can drink a half or even a bottle at once. You feel bloated, you feel like your stomach is full of water. It happens because the molecule of regular water is bulky. It's not even a molecule, it's a cluster that consists of 24 to 26 molecules, and that's why we call it bulky water. Remember, when you want to make a tea, what do you do with the water? You boil it, right? So when you boil the water, what happens is this cluster breaks down and the water becomes microclustered, and it can easily penetrate into the tea particles and create and release the flavor and the color of the tea. However, we cannot make it with the cold water. Have you ever tried to make a tea with the cold water? Let's try. I don't know if you did, but it's quite pointless because you can't do that. Let's check. Here's the regular water and a tea bag. I can demonstrate you this with a tea bag of regular green tea. So imagine this is our cell. It has micropores through which water is supposed to penetrate, remove the toxins, and bring in the nutrients. So this is how metabolism happens. If we drink cold or room temperature bulky water, what do you think happens? Let me demonstrate. And try to make tea. Think anything will come out? Not really. Just a little bit. So let's do the same using the same tea bag with Kangen water. See the difference? But you might tell me the tea bag is already wet. That's why it's so easy to break it down. Let's try the same thing just with the extract. I'll just put a few drops in each glass and repeat the same thing. First one, regular water. Same result, nothing diluted. Kangen water. And I can continue doing it. Look how powerful it is. Removing toxins from your cells, removing acidic waste. That's why it's so beneficial when someone's blood has excess sugar, high sugar level, or you have cholesterol, or you don't have any specific conditions, but you just want to feel more energetic, detoxified. You want to make your skin glow. Another problem with the plastic bottles is that they contain something called bisphenol A, is a cancerogenic chemical, and Breast Cancer Fund organization calls it silent killer. Consistent consumption of bisphenol A from the plastic bottles can lead to many conditions, from birth defect to childhood obesity, prostate cancer, and so on. So lunchtime, Kangen machine can produce 7 types of water. I would actually highlight 5 types, because drinking water is one type, but it has 3 different pH levels. So it's recommended to start with the lowest one until your body adjusts to the new environment. You can have some detox effect, strong detox effect. Some people feel dizzy, some feel headache, some people experience diarrhea, but that all temporary. So it's your detox crisis. You will feel amazing after you've gone through it. Next water type is clean water. It's just filtered water. It's not ionized, it's not microclustered, and it's recommended to be taken along with a strong medication, as well as used for baby milk formula, because babies are born alkaline, they don't need that much that high pH to drink. Then we have the beauty water, which has pH of our skin from 5.5 to 6.0. So it's used for beauty purposes, as well as you can wash your hair, rinse your hair. It makes it shiny, prevents the hair loss, prevents the dandruff. It tones your face, so I carry around this little bottle and I use it as a face mist. The free alternative to expensive face mist that you can find on the market. This type of water is called strong Kangen water, and its pH is 11.5. Lunchtime. What is it used for? It's not for drinking, but we use it for washing fruits and vegetables. How do you normally wash your fruits and vegetables at home? So let's wash these tomatoes with the regular bottled water. And this bottle I have 11.5 pH strong Kangen water. Let's let it sit for a while. Why I'm showing you this? Because nowadays we all live in cities. Most of us will live in cities. The only organic fruits and vegetables are those taken from the garden. Whatever you can find in the supermarket with a big label saying organic is pretty much just marketing. Majority of the fruits and vegetables that we buy every day are full of pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, and so on. So look at this guy. What he's doing, he's spraying pesticides, insecticides on fruits and vegetables that get to our supermarkets, and we bring it home and we eat it. So if it's not safe, he's very protected. So the question is, if it's not safe to breathe, is it safe to eat? So what the modern farmers use, I'm going to demonstrate you on the following example. These chemicals that they spray are quite expensive. So imagine if they just sprayed it and the rain falls and it washes away all the pesticide they just sprayed. They have to come again, waste money, and that continues on and on and on. So what they do, they make pesticides oil-based. As you probably know, oil and water don't mix. Let's check. So the oil will always float because the density is different. Let's try with 11.5. Look at what happens. The molecules of oil are broken down, so the oil emulsified. So let's come back to our tomatoes. The first sample, which we washed with regular water, nothing came out. Same color. Or maybe some dust. That's maximum. Look at the second sample. Wow. You wanna try? I assure you, even the taste and the smell of these tomatoes will be different, will be completely different. The second sample, which is what will feel like garden fresh. So last but not least, strong acidic water, 2.5 pH, also known as dead water. If Kangen water, drinking water, we call life water. 0.5 pH, strong acidic water, called dead water because it kills 99% of all known bacteria, viruses, and fungus. It's used from a very long time ago in Japanese hospitals for healing skin diseases such as eczema, psoriasis. And this is the example. On the left picture, the affected limb of a patient from Japanese hospitals. On the right picture, is the same limb 2 weeks after using 2.5 pH strong acidic water on the affected area. Enagic Kangen devices are internationally certified as medical devices. This is the only water machine that has international ISO 13485 certificate qualifying it as a medical device. That's why it can go to any hospital in the world. It has a lot of other certificates, including endorsement from Japanese Association of Preventive Medicine for Adult Diseases, where 6,500 Japanese doctors are recommending Kangen device as a prevention from different medical conditions to the patients. There's so many doctors out there that are recommending, they're amazed with the properties of Kangen water, and recommending it to their patients, and they're using it in their practice. But one of the most famous ones I want to talk about is Japanese doctor Hiromi Shinya. He's a professor of surgery in Albert Einstein College of Medicine and chief of endoscopy in Bath Medical Center, New York. He's a doctor of celebrities and royal families. And here you can see the before and after pictures. These are screenshots of his examination of colons of different people. Because Dr. Shinya is the one who created colonoscopy, so the pictures talk for themselves. For example, in the second, we have a 45 years old female with a breast cancer, chronic constipation, very dirty colon, and the same colon 3 months after. Just unbelievable. Chemotherapy. The problem with the chemo that it kills not only cancerous cells, but also basically it affects the entire organ. So in the next video, I'm going to introduce you to different types of machines. Please feel free to write your questions in the comments below the video. I'll be happy to answer them all.